Hi everyone, my name's Ercy and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to give you guys the best chapter tag. So if that is something you want to see, then stick around. So here goes another video where I mentioned something I saw on Brandon's channel. So big shout out to Brandon once again over on Brandon's Bookshelf. Great channel, go check him out. But I saw this video a little while ago and it's called the best chapter tag. And he wound up getting it from Noah from Everyone Who Reads It Must Converse, who got it from a writer and his name is Rick Harsch. I had to bust out my phone real quick. Essentially, the main idea of this tag is to look at one of your favorite books and talk about one of your favorite chapters, or I think just one of your favorite chapters in general. And so when I thought about this, I feel like everyone who did it, I kind of took a peek at everyone who did this video real quick, just the people that I mentioned, and they all kind of did it differently. So I think Brandon did like a few from different books. Noah did it as like a theme, like one of his favorite poems, and then a theme that he kind of picked up along, and then the original creator, he just read his favorite chapter. So what I'm going to do for my video is going to be a little different. What I'm going to do is read a couple of the poems from The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. This is a book written in verse, and it is a YA contemporary about a young girl. Her name is Xiomara, and she's just a girl struggling with faith and who she is and her heritage and her passions and desires, right? And this is a book that I related to so hard. Like, I saw a lot of myself in the character of this book growing up. Obviously, she's very young in this book. A lot of the things that she went through were some of the things that I went through as well. So this is partly why I related to this a lot. So I'm just going to read a couple of the poems in here because all of the story is written in verse, in the hopes that you guys wind up picking this book up as well, because it's a really fast read. I recently reread it in like 2 days. It was so good, so good. I'm gonna stop rambling and just read some of the chapters in this book. The first poem I'm gonna read to you guys is called Unhide-able. I am unhideable, taller than even my father, with what Mami has always said was a little too much body for such a young girl. I am the baby fat that settled into D cups and swinging hips, so that the boys who called me a whale in middle school now ask me to send them pictures of myself in a thong. The other girls called me conceited, ho, thought, fast. When your body takes up more room than your voice, you are always the target of well-aimed rumors, which is why I let my knuckles talk for me, which is why I learned to shrug when my name was replaced by insults. I force my skin just as thick as I am. So the next one I'm going to read to you guys is called How I Feel About Attention. If Medusa was Dominican and had a daughter, I thought I'd be her. I look and feel like a myth, a story distorted, waiting for others to stop and stare. Tight curls that spring like fireworks out of my scalp. A full mouth pressed hard like a razor's edge, lashes that are too long so that they make me almost pretty. If Medusa was Dominican and had a daughter, she might wonder at this curse, at how her blood is always becoming some fake hero's mission, something to be slayed, conquered. If I was her kid, Medusa would tell me her secrets, how it is that her looks stop men in their tracks, while they still keep on coming, how she outmaneuvers them when they do. All right, this next one's a little longer, which is just a page longer. So you can see like they're written like this. So it's very, very quick reads. All right, it's called After. It happens when I'm at the bodegas. It happens when I'm at school. It happens when I'm on the train. It happens when I'm standing on the platform. It happens when I'm sitting on the stoop. It happens when I'm turning the corner. It happens when I forget to be on guard. It happens all the time. I should be used to it. I shouldn't get so angry when boys and sometimes grown-ass men talk to me however they want, think they can grab themselves or rub against me or make all kinds of offers. But I'm never used to it, and it always makes my hands shake, always makes my throat tight. The only thing that calms me down after Twin and I get home is to put my headphones on, to listen to Drake, to grab my notebook and write and write and write all the things I wish I could have said. Make poems from the sharp feelings inside that feel like they could carve me wide open. It happens when I wear shorts. It happens when I wear jeans. It happens when I stare at the ground. It happens when I stare ahead. It happens when I'm walking. It happens when I'm sitting. It happens when I'm on the phone. It simply never stops. So I started reading this next one and I started getting emotional. That's what I'm talking about with this book. It's so good. Okay, I'm gonna start over. This next one is called Miracles. My parents are still yelling in the bedroom. And because I never yell back at them, I don't scream at my father when he calls me a cuero. I don't yell how the whole block whispers when I walk down the street about all the women who made a cuero out of him. But men are never called cueros. I don't yell anything because for the first time in a long time, I'm praying for a miracle, pinching myself and hoping this is all one bad dream. Trying to unhear my mother turning my kissing ugly. My father called me the names all the kids have called me since I grew breast. God, if you're a thing with ears, please, please. So the last one I'm going to read for you guys is written both in Spanish and in English. So I really love that the author did this because that's sort of the lifestyle or sort of the way that one has to live if you're like Hispanic or Latin or however you classify yourself. I just thought it was really a great choice. So bear with me while I read the Spanish because my Spanish isn't perfect. And then I'll read the translation. Wednesday, November 14th. A poem Mami will never read. Mi boca no puede escribir una bandera blanca. Nunca será un verso de la Biblia. Mi boca no puede formarse el lamento que tú dices tú y Dios merecen. Tú dices que todo esto es culpa de mi boca, porque tenía hambre, porque era callada. Pero, ¿y la boca tuya? Cómo tus labios son grapas que me perforan rápido y fuerte. Y las palabras que nunca dije quedan mejor muertas en mi lengua, porque solamente hubieron chocado contra la puerta cerrada de tu espalda. Tu silencio amuebla una casa oscura, pero aún a riesgo de quemarse, la mariposa nocturna siempre busca la luz. So I guess that wasn't too bad. All right, and here it is in translation. And it's called In Translation. My mouth cannot write you a white flag. It will never be a Bible verse. My mouth cannot be shaped into the apology you say both you and God deserve. And you want to make it seem it's my mouth's entire fault because it was hungry and silent. But what about your mouth? How your lips are staples that pierce me quick and hard. And the words I never say are better left on my tongue, since they would only be slammed against the closed door of your back. Your silence furnishes a dark house, but even at the risk of burning, the moth always seeks the light. This book is so good. Okay, so those are just a few of the poems or the verses that are seen throughout this book. As I was rereading this book, I was making tabs with this video in mind of like best chapters, right? And I was tabbing up so much. These are all like potentials that I wanted to use for this video, and then I had to narrow it down to the ones that I read to you. I feel like those were some of the standouts from this beautiful collection of verses that tell a story about this one girl tackling her family, her faith, her passions, her talents. I just think it's so good. All right. So that's pretty much the end of this video. So if you want to do this, I think it'd be fun for anyone to do this tag. So I'm not going to tag anyone in particular because I just feel like if you want to do it, go ahead. Or if you feel compelled to do it, I would love to hear what you guys come up with as far as something that stands out for you in terms of the best chapter or the best poem or however you interpret the idea of this video. I think it would be really cool to see. So that's gonna be it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.